Hi. So I want to start this video off just by saying that my family is the inspiration behind everything that I do. I have two little sisters, one 16, one 8, and they are my mini me's. They follow me, they love me, I love them, and we talk to each other all the time about that. And I'm I'm not really home a lot, so we have to talk and communicate through social media and text message and things like that mostly. And it's heartbreaking for me. It's usually hard. Haven't really been home in the past few months. Maybe being in college away, sometimes I can go a year almost without seeing anybody in my family. And like sometimes I break down. Like you don't get used to it. You never get used to being away from them. And this experience is the farthest I've ever been away from my family. So you can imagine how hard that's been compared to being at school, because I guess you can just feel the distance. Even though I'm here for 6 weeks and I've been away from them far longer than 6 weeks, the distance makes it feel so different. It makes it so much harder. And when I talk to Rakeen and people at the center and they talk about their families and how their families were murdered and how, they don't have anybody they can call family, it's really hard for me to conceptualize because I've always had a really big family and I used to take that for granted sometimes because I always felt a little weird, a little left out. But as I've grown and being here, I don't feel weird anymore. I don't feel left out. I'm just grateful. I talk to my cousins more. I call my aunts and my uncles more to see how they're doing, to check on them, to let them know that I love them. And this experience has just made me far more grateful for everything that they've done for me and for what being a family means. I posted last week on Facebook that I really miss my family and I really miss my friends. And Rakeen replied, "You can talk to them. Talk to them every day. Call them. Let them know how you feel. Don't lose touch." And his last comment was, "And remember, we are your family here. So you don't have to be sad because I'm your brother." That was the most heartwarming thing that anybody could have said to me at that moment because, yeah, I miss them. I do. But most likely I'll be able to go home and I'll see them in a few weeks. And there are so many people at the center who don't have family anymore, who, you know, long and wish that they could talk to their family and they can't. Like, especially Rakeen, whose family was murdered. And it's just so sad sometimes to know that I know I've never had the feeling of being truly alone, and that's what I feel like family really brings to you. It's the like, you never have to feel like you're the only one in this entire world, and I just can't imagine being in their shoes because I felt that way so many times, and I never was alone. I've always had so many people that I could talk to. I've always had so many people that love me, and a lot of them, they just don't have that anymore, whether their family is alive and separated from them right now, or if their family is all dead. It's still a hard experience either way. A few years ago, my grandmother passed away, and my mother raised me by herself, and my grandmother was her only help for a long time. So we got really close. I lived with my grandmother when I went to high school. I stayed with her the entire time. She used to walk me to school, so we kind of got super close, and she became like my best friend. She was like the only person who encouraged me. She pushed me. She made me the person I am today. She told me to aim higher, to do better. She always made me aware that I was worth more, and that even when I felt like I had reached my full potential, she stayed behind me to remind me that I can do better. I can do more. And when I talk to Raheen and he talks about his mom, that's the person I always think of is my grandma, because they had that relationship where they could talk about anything for hours a day. And that was a person I could talk to all day for hours. And she took care of me. She protected me from so much. And now that she's not here, I feel lost sometimes. And I feel like sometimes I just cry, like in class or no matter what. If I think about it, it's just really sad for me. And when I talk to Ricky and he talks about his relationship with his mom and how she's gone, and not only did he lose that person, not only did he lose the person in his life that meant so much to him, but he also lost his entire family. Like, my mom is my rock. I couldn't imagine not having her. And by my rock, I mean she keeps me grounded. She reminds me of the person I am as well. She pushes me also. And without her, I don't know what I would do. Like, I would just lose my mind, to be honest. Like, there's no way. There's no way. Like, she is everything. My little sisters are everything to me. I think I would lose my passion. It would be hard to still want so much in life. And when you look at these people, they still want so much for the most, like many of them, like they still want to do so much. And I don't think I could do it. I don't think I could ever be in that position. I don't think that I could still be, moving. I don't think I could still be trying, getting up every day, hoping, wishing for more, being religious, still believing in all this stuff, that they still have so much belief, so much hope. And for me, that's just astonishing. It's just really, really amazing. And I'm so happy to be able to call them a part of my family. I'm so happy to have people now that are so strong that I can look to and always remind myself to be grateful for everything that I have, and to also give them as much love as I can while I'm here, show them as much support, push them as hard as I can, just like my family has pushed me. Thank you guys. Bye.